At a time when the Western allies are struggling to get along, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney visited China to meet President Xi Jinping to start a new partnership. This visit ended years of bad relationship between the two countries. By cutting taxes and fixing their relationship, Canada is moving closer to China and away from its traditional ally, the United States. Now, Canada and China have had a very rocky relationship. It got really bad in 2018 when Canada arrested a Huawei executive for the US and China arrested 2 Canadians in return. Even after they all were released in 2021, things stayed tense. Then in 2024, news broke about China interfering in Canadian politics. Because of all this drama, Carney's trip to Beijing is a huge deal. It's the first time a Canadian leader has visited in almost 10 years, and it shows a major shift in how Canada deals with China. Now, what triggered this unexpected change in Canada-China relations when just a year ago, Carney said that China was Canada's biggest security threat?
Well, we're in a security section. I think we didn't have a chance to talk about anything internationally. I think the biggest security threat to Canada is China.
To understand this, we have to look at what's happening with their neighbor, the US. Since last year, the Trump administration has been hitting Canada hard. They have put heavy taxes or tariffs on Canadian cars and metals. This has made the future of trade between the two countries very uncertain. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney realized something important. For decades, Canada's wealth was built on being close to the US. But now, that closeness has become a weakness. To protect Canada's economy, Carney believes they must find new partners in other parts of the world. But this is not just about money. Apart from this, Trump was actually threatening Canada's independence. He suggested that the US should annex Canada, basically turn Canada into the 51st US state. Because of these threats to their land and their freedom, Carney is making a bold move and teaming up with China. So what exactly did Mark Carney and Xi Jinping agree to? The details of this deal are huge. Starting March 1st, Canada will allow 49,000 Chinese electric cars to enter the country at a very low tax rate, just 6.1%. This is a massive change. Back in 2024, Canada had a 100% tax on these cars because the US asked them to. Now, Carney is moving away from that US policy. What does Canada get in return? Canadian tourists can now visit China without needing a visa. China is removing or cutting taxes on Canadian food and seafood. Taxes on canola meal are being slashed. One tax is dropping from 85% to just 15%, and another is being removed entirely. Also, Carney wants Canada to sell 50% more goods to China by the year 2030. Now that's an ambitious goal. Carney and Jinping agreed to work together on 5 main things: fighting climate change together, selling more farm products, working with many nations instead of following just one, keeping people safe, helping people from both the countries connect and travel. Of course, this move has plenty of critics as they remember Carney calling China the biggest security threat to Canada. Carney says he was very clear about Canada's boundaries or red lines during his talks with President Xi. He explained his new approach with one powerful sentence: "We take the world as it is, not as we wish it to be." But is this a smart move to save the economy or a dangerous gamble that would isolate Canada from its closest neighbor? What do you think? Is Canada right to find new friends in China, or should they have stayed loyal to the US? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching.